Good day, everyone. In behalf of my co-researchers, I will be presenting our final study entitled The Effect of Financial Literacy on the Financial Behavior Among Pantawid Pamilyang Filipino Program Beneficiaries of Barangay San Agustin, Tagum City. And just a brief description among the Pantawid Pamilyang Filipino Program, it is a human development measure of the national government that provides conditional cash grants to the poorest of the poor, and to improve the health, nutrition, and the education of children ages 0 to 18. The Department of Social Welfare and Development is the lead government agency that implements this program, and it is the flagship poverty alleviation program that helps the Philippine government fulfill its commitment to the Sustainable Development Goals, or the former Millennium Development Goals. Specifically in eradicating the extreme poverty and hunger, in achieving universal primary education, in promoting gender equality, in reducing child mortality, and in improving maternal health care. While the main objectives of this program is genuine and helpful to those who are in the bottom of the pyramid, there are several concerns of the 4P's ability to manage their cash grants, like their ATM cards was already given as a collateral to several 5-6 loan sharks. And after receiving their cash grants, a lot of them were seen at the Pasugalan enjoying the cash that was intended for their children. And yung iba ay mga one-day millionaire in which shopping dito, shopping doon, and a lot more concerns. And with all those mentioned concerns, the researchers decided to conduct a study relating to the 4P's financial behavior to handle money matters and on the 4P's level of financial literacy in the Barangay San Agustin, Tagum City. And as per survey, Barangay San Agustin has the highest unemployment rate and scavengers in Tagum City, which interests us to focus our study in this locality. And the main objective of this research is to ascertain if there is a significant relationship between financial literacy and financial behavior. And afterwards is to create a workable recommendation that will help 4P's beneficiaries enhance their knowledge on handling money. And for the method, the study employed quantitative, non-experimental research using correlational technique. This technique is used when the goal is to define the status of the scenario as it exists to investigate the causes of a specific phenomenon at the moment. That is according to Campbell 2015. And the primary tool used in the data gathering process is the adapted and modified questionnaire from the research of Emmons 2005 for the dependent variable, and from the analysis of Osman and Madslan 2018 for the dependent variable. And further, convenience sampling technique was used wherein the 378 4P's beneficiaries became the respondents of this study. And lastly, mean and Pearson R were utilized as the statistical tool used to interpret the data. So mean was used to measure the level of each variable, while the Pearson R was used for the correlation. And in the results of financial literacy indicators among Pantawid Pamilyang Filipino Program or 4P's beneficiaries in Barangay San Agustin, Tagum City are shown in Table 1. The overall mean score of 3.91 considered high with a standard deviation of 0.41 is also displayed. And as you can see, the results are diverse per indicator, and this implies that they are excellent in making budget, followed by a good spending control, and in paying obligations, but needs improvement in saving money. Further, presented in Table 2 are the mean scores for the financial behavior variable with an overall mean of 3.05 and with a standard deviation of 0.38. And specifically, we also got a diverse answer, and evidently, results shows a not so good result. And in terms of managing, control spending, and paying fees on time, it got a high result. But investing got a moderate result, and the lowest is on making money. Thus, we can say that the cash grants given to them runs out easily. And lastly, to examine how close the two variables were correlated, Pearson R was employed, and Table 3 displays the computed results. The results demonstrated the significance of the relationship between financial literacy and financial behavior, and the finding denotes a positive correlation between the variables since their p-value is less than the 0.05 level of significance. And this means that the null hypothesis, according to which there is no significant relationship between financial literacy and financial behavior, is hereby rejected. However, even if relationship exists, the R value 0.284 signifies a low positive correlation, which indicates that although both variables tend to go up in response to one another, the relationship is not very strong. So evidently, in its R squared, only 8.07% of the variation of financial behavior can be explained by financial literacy, while the remaining 91.93% can be explained by other factors. And with this, the result of the study confirms the social learning theory of Bandura and Ross 1961, who posits how social factors such as sources of information and financial advice influence in shaping a person's behavior. So the financial attitudes and values people have about money come from their environment. And to relate, if some 4Ps beneficiaries have seen others doing same kind of thing, then they will be also influenced by them or being dictated by how society acts. The effects on how social interactions on individual behaviors have been modeled, tested, and applied to a wide range of situations. And to sum it up, the following conclusions were derived based on the statement of the problem. First, the level of financial literacy among the Pantawid Pamilyang Filipino program beneficiaries was high. And second, the level of financial behavior was moderate. And lastly, there is a relationship between financial literacy and financial behavior. And in order to elevate the level of financial behavior to very high, the researchers recommended that the City Social Welfare and Development Office, with the participation of the Tagum local government units or LGUs, may conduct workshops for the 4Ps beneficiaries, focusing on saving money, paying obligations, and control spending to develop their financial literacy and cognitive ability. And moreover, they may provide a sustainable livelihood program and partner with DTI to formalize the selling of their local products such as bamboo sticks, Mickey, and other livelihood programs. And meanwhile, the implication of this study to future research is that since a small percentage of 8.07% of the variation of financial behavior can be explained by the financial literacy, the researchers would like to recommend to conduct a focus group discussion to determine more about other factors that might affect the financial behavior of the 4Ps beneficiaries. Kasi malaki yung other factors, no? I think it's 91.03. So thus, this may become an opportunity for future study in seeking other factors that might affect the increase and decrease of financial behavior. And in the end, even if the government stands that the 4Ps is not a dole-out program or approach, we the researchers still believe in the famous quotation, "Give a man a fish and he will be hungry again tomorrow." So teach them to catch a fish and they will be richer all their life. And hoping that this study contributes to the enhancement of the 4Ps program in the locality of Barangay San Agustin, Tagum City. Thank you and good afternoon.